Rivers of Life Family Church International is where I will talk about something that I have alluded to before, but I will be explicit about the Bible references here. How 2 Chronicles 9:13 and 1 Kings 10:14 refer to the glory of 666, which is the number of the digits 1 to 36 added up, the 6 by 6 cameo square of the sun, which makes sense that it would be associated with gold. The Malkin Aleph. 1 Kings 10:14 says, "We mashkol has habashurba lash lama bashna achat shesh mount sheshim washesh kaker zahab." The weight of Solomon's gold that he received each year in tribute was 666 talents of gold. Now a talent is like 50 kilograms sort of weight. So like an average person in this world that's not overweight is actually probably around 120 pounds or something. Because in America we're bigger and taller, so let's not deceive ourselves here. And I forget which verse that this all relates to, but 2 Chronicles has Mashak has Habashur Balashlama Bashna Chachashmout Washim Washesh Kakri Zahab. And wait, is that the one that says 670s? Does it say Shabbat? So we basically have the same here. I was thinking about something else, but a word I forgot from last time perhaps was paratheo. Paratheo, which means from God. That's a Greek word that relates to 666. And come alive in the river. Some refer to the river of spirituality, the river of themselves, of their psyche, going beyond the various heavens into the river of God or the pit of God. But obviously, if one of the clear references in the Bible to 666 is the receiving of the gold, the good things of this world to the extreme, and what we can do with those things, we must not be opposed to 666 altogether, because there's obviously the good things associated with that. Now, kind of a beat down fence, but the sign seems in good enough condition that we are perhaps dealing with something, a church that is still being used. It's hard to tell because when these things are open once a week. But we see there that there's a female pastor. Now, in the Bible, there's this great opposition to women speaking in public. Ecclesia is what it's called. Any public gathering with the non-family members or even the second cousins and stuff like this, women would not be allowed to speak. And beeping at me. People don't like pedestrians. Or maybe people don't like attention drawn to churches, perhaps. But church is the typical word. So women not speaking in church, you know, they can't give talks. They certainly can't lead. Now, the Gnostics had a different opinion. The Gnostics, you dived into that river. And it wasn't just the rivers of eternal life. It wasn't just some thing that you got because people approved of what you were getting. It was something that happened whether or not whether or not society approved. But tradition does pass on means and knowledge of some type or another.